How's it going? I'm Eric. This is my new channel. What I plan to do is talk about vaping, worry about the community, our organizations that we have going to be able to try to keep the vaping around. Um, I've been vaping for about 3 years. I love I love it. I'm I go and do as many things I can with the people in my local community. I don't get to do everything that I want to do, but I try. Um, this channel, I plan to go around local businesses. Um, Within an hour and a half from me, there's probably 15 different vape shops. Good people, every one of them. They're all really good into the community. They try to help as much as possible. They're not the type of shops that you just walk into and buy something that you don't know anything about. Whenever you leave these shops, they tell you how to use your device. They teach you everything you need to know about what you just bought. They make sure you're happy with your selection, and they all have between really good starter kits and really high end mods, DNA 200s and Snow Wolves and stuff like that. They have tanks. My plan is to bring you guys around to all the shops that I know of and new ones that pop up, introduce you to the people that I know, introduce you to people that I might not know yet, but I plan to meet. Um, I want to also do a few reviews. I know they have a lot of people out there doing reviews, but a few companies have come up to me, asked me if I would do a review, and I told them, I'm not really ready to do that, but now that I am starting a channel, I'll have some opportunity to get some stuff to review and possibly do some giveaways and stuff like that. I apologize for the lighting. This is kind of just a throw together setup until I'm able to get my studio set up properly. But tonight I want to do a cotton absorbency test. I know Phil Basardo put together wicking properties of different type of materials, but I don't use any other materials besides cotton. But I do have several types of cotton tonight. I mean, they're all organic cotton. It's just brands. I have a brand called Climax that it's from Louisiana. It's good stuff. I have, I'm sure everybody heard of cotton bacon, and I have one that's Celtic cotton. It was given to me at a vape expo in New Orleans last month. It's working really good. It's really fluffy even though it's pads. I usually don't like too many pads. I mean, the Climax is pads. I know the pads are really what's popular. I kind of really like the bacon, and I kind of really like, it's crazy, but Organic Cotton Plus is a business that you could buy tons of it. I bought a pound of organic cotton. The bag was huge. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but it was like, I don't know, it was huge for a pound of cotton. I still have too much for me to use, but I give it away as much as I can, and I still have more than what I could use. But that's some good stuff. Um, I have some generic pads that were sent to me with some Canthal that I had bought. Um, I'm going to test that also. And I have some everyday Walmart organic cotton. The balls that you unroll, this is already unrolled, but that. So I'm going to be testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cottons. They're branded different ways. They look differently. Some of them are darker, like this Organic Cotton Plus. It's some really good stuff. They wash it with just hot water. They sanitize it the best they can. I'll boil it before I use it, but for this, I'm not gonna boil it. I'm just gonna go straight with it because I'm not using it to vape right now. I'm just using it to test absorbency, and if I boil it and then let it dry, um, it really doesn't change the absorbency of it. Sometimes if I'm in a pinch, I don't boil it, but it's clean when you get it. You know, they don't have people touching it and playing with it. They do have, in some cases, they still have a little bit of seed flake in it, but it's not whole seeds, and it's just, you know, tiny, tiny pieces. I don't know if you could tell, but it's good. I mean, it's one of the best cottons that I own. At least I believe so. I mean, I'm doing the test now, so we'll know. I have some e-liquid that was given to me that I'm not really that fond of, but it'll work good for these purposes. It's a rather thick e-liquid. It's called Sherlock from Esteem Studios. It's a 3 milligram nicotine. Like I said, I don't really like it. My friend does, so I gave him a couple of bottles, but it's just not my style. But it's a rather high VG, so it'll give us an idea about what this cotton will do with like a 70% VG. I mean, I know it's not really high, but I think it's between 75 and 80. So we'll see. So if y'all could just hold on a minute, I'll be right back, and I'll show you the setup that I have for doing this. Okay, so this is what I have. I have the Climax cotton bacon, Celtic cotton, generic pad, organic cotton plus, and Walmart cheap rolled up cotton balls. I have it set up like this. The back of the cardboard is touching the pan. The front of the cardboard's not touching because they're floating. It's floating on the wicks. I'm going to try to show you this. You see? All the wicks are basically the same length. And they're touching the pan. Sorry, a little fuzzy. See? They're all the same length. Touching the pan. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this syringe right here, and I'm going to squirt it up underneath to hit the cotton and see which one of the cottons absorbs fastest by coming up to the top. Now, I can't do this with one hand, and I'm a little shaky as it is, so I'm going to turn the camera off, pause the video. I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to start back recording. Okay, thank you. I'll be right back. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes, and sorry I stopped the video. I had to fix my phone. The battery was starting to die. But as you could see, the Climax has the biggest circle around it, except for the generic cotton pad. Well, I guess the cotton bacon is working really decent too. Let's see. So we got the cotton bacon, the Celtic cotton. That Climax is really soaking it in. Let's see. Yeah, that's the Walmart one. This is my organic cotton plus. This is the generic cotton pads. So yeah, the way it looks though, it's a close running between looks to me like the Climax cotton bacon, and the generic cotton are working the best. The Celtic is working, but it's funny because this one, I thought that one was pretty good, and it's not even wetting the surface yet. Well, I guess the answer is it's hard to compare cotton. But I tell you what, that Climax cotton is working really good. The generic cotton is working decent. That cotton bacon it's not working as good as the Louisiana. Shout out to my folks in Louisiana. Celtic cotton's working pretty good. Now I tried to put the same amount of cotton for each wick. Tried to do the best I could. But it looks like that Organic Cotton Plus, that stuff doesn't look like it wants to wick. Man, I thought that was some good stuff. I used it a lot. But oh well. I guess I'm not going to use it too much anymore for my tanks. Maybe for my drippers. Yeah, it looks like that Climax is working the best. The circle around the Climax is getting a lot bigger than any of the other ones. I mean, it's hard to tell. But if you look at it like this from straight above, look how much more is around the Climax. And the generic and the Walmart one, they're starting to catch up. But that Climax cotton is working really good. Yeah, look, the Climax, the bacon is really wet. They're all pretty wet. But it's hard to say. I know this is a silly thing, kind of, but you know, I wanted to test to see out of all my cottons, which one would be the best. It looks like it's hard to say. You know, this one doesn't have too much. It's kind of small. The Climax, look how big the Climax is compared. Let's see. The bacon cotton, smaller than the Climax. Celtic. No, I'm not squeezing any liquid. I'm just trying to move the cotton out the way. Let's see. This test is about over. This is the generic cotton pads. It's doing just as good as the Celtic, I guess. I mean, it's hard to say, but this one hadn't even made it to the paper yet, and that's hard to believe because that one I thought was pretty damn good. But what you gonna do? All right, fellas and ladies, I'm gonna have to let y'all go, but I'm gonna tell you like this. The Climax came through first. Just so happened that it's from my home state, Louisiana. The Celtic and the bacon, they're pretty much neck and neck all the way through. The generic, believe it or not, is generic, no name brand, Japanese cotton, and it's working just as good as some of the more expensive ones. And the Walmart cotton ball, if you cannot afford $7 for a pack of cotton bacon, but you have $1 and you want to get some good, decent cotton, organic cotton, go to Walmart. Look at organic cotton from Walmart. Tell me that there's a big difference between that and the $7 one. I don't know. I don't remember how much I paid for this. I think it was a gift, so I don't know what it retails. The generic one, given to me. I don't know what the regular price is for this. I know a pack of these are like 90 something cents, maybe $2. This is like $7. The pack was given to me, but he said it retails for like $5 for like a, I don't know, 0.5 ounce bag. So like $5. whenever you don't get as much as if you buy these. I mean, I'm not trying to bash on anybody. I probably use the cotton, the bacon, and the Climax more frequently than I use anything. But now that I know that, there's really, if you look, you can't really tell a big difference between these five. These five. Now this one, I don't know what happened with it. Maybe the wick is just a little short or something. I don't know. But, yeah, you see, it's sitting in there. But it wasn't absorbing any. We'll just leave that one alone. So, alright. Don't think that you have to go out and buy the most expensive cotton. It's nice to use it if you can afford it, but it doesn't really work that much better. See y'all later. Come have a vape, and let's talk about it. Have a nice night.